are tuning in today. I just wanted to stop in the middle of what I was doing, working on clothing line, working on a few sewing projects, sewGRATE, manufacturing, and House of Zoe Michelle, and just a few other things I've been working on. I just wanted to stop and share a few nuggets, especially with those of you who are emerging fashion designers, self-taught designers. I graduated in 2012 with my degree in fashion design and marketing. And from there, I've been kind of working independently, on businesses, as well as using those trade skills and things that I've learned over the years to produce lucrative clothing lines, open up brick and mortars, and a few other things I've used my degree for, okay? But one thing I wanted to share with you all today. Last year, I decided to, I came up with this goal is what happened. I came up with a goal in December to read 5 books this year, 2022. And those 5 books would be something, one of them spiritual, one on leadership, one on finances, one on business, and one on culture, my culture. And I think I'm coming along in the journey right now. I'm doing pretty good on my journey. What I've done is I'm stopping 30 minutes, or I'm taking 30 minutes of my day, beginning of my day, to read one of those books or one of those genre books. And it's going pretty well. Well, as I'm reading, I'm like, man, this is so critical. Like, some of the things that I'm reading are so crucial to, especially to people that are pursuing fashion as a career, that are coming out with clothing lines, because there's so many people right now that have clothing lines and they're selling things online. And I think these books are going to be something that'll be beneficial for you all. Okay, so the first one I'm going to share is Fashion for Profit. Fashion for Profit. And that's by Frances Harder. She is the owner, CEO of a Fashion Business Inc., if that is still around. I'm not sure if it's still around, but I know for some years it has been. I hope it is, because it's a very good organization to be a part of. They actually help emerging fashion designers break out into the market, and it can be very difficult to do that. But this book, I've had so many people reach out to me and call me, Kenyetta, how do I start my clothing line? Kenyetta, how do I register my business? What should I make? What should I design? How much should I charge people for it? And to be honest, it's only so much information I know. I can only give information based on my experiences. But this book right here gives a broad, not just broad, but it gives you the foundational steps that you need to take to start a clothing line. Everything from registering your trademark, to marketing, to how to search for fashion trends, e-commerce. It just gives you a little bit more insight, professional insight on those things if you're trying to start a clothing line. With this book, which I purchased, I believe it was in 2015 or 16, it came with a disc. Now you they probably have downloadable files. You can download it to your computer. But I have the disc, and I downloaded this to my computer. And it's called Forms for Profit. Forms for Profit. Over 20 forms and contracts, plus valuable industry resources you'll need for starting your own business. Boom, there you go. All right, so the twin to that book is Costing for Profit. Now, this is what I'm reading in this year. I'll probably be finished with this I haven't started this one yet. I've flipped through it over the years since I've had it, but I'm planning to read this one this year, which I'll probably start it next week once I finish the one book I'm reading. But this one is a twin to Fashion for Profit, so Costing for Profit. Very important as a designer. If you're coming out with a clothing line, you need to cost your garments. You need to have a costing plan for each design, each garment. If you don't, you will find yourself in the red. Every penny counts, and this book teaches you the mathematics of costing a garment. That's your math. All right. I know all about that. I recently, about 2 years ago, had an alteration business. Where I did really well financially in reference to profit. But the business plan, the financial business plan of it, when you have other things that are petitioned to you that are not in your plan or not in your financial plan, it can throw you off. It can throw you off. You'll find yourself in the red because you didn't follow your financial plan. And so that's what happened to me pretty much. So I don't want that to happen to you, especially when you're talking about clothing line. You can put so much money into this and then find yourself, you know, after you make your sales and everything, you realize, man, I didn't really profit anything. So you want to get this book. Very critical, very key. Okay. All right. So the next book is going to be The 1 Minute Salesperson. And this is the one I am currently reading. So excited about this book. I am actually halfway through it. It's a very easy read, but if you are already designing, you're selling online or you're planning to sell online, you need to read this book. It gives you insight on the sale and the person, or the person that's selling and the person that's buying. And this put me in mind of when I used to sell cars. I sold cars for 5 years and I loved it. I loved everything about selling. And I started reminiscing on, you know, when I used to sell cars. And Kenyetta, what was your motive behind you selling your cars? Like, what kind of rapport were you building with your clients who you were selling cars to? What they really want? Did you give them what they really wanted and needed at the same time? And this book really talks about that in such a eloquent way and professional way. So make sure you get this. The authors of this book is Spencer Johnson and Larry Wilson, The 1 Minute Salesperson. They're also the author of Who Moved My Cheese. Most of you have probably read that book if you're in corporate America or in some form of sales job. I know you've read Who Moved My Cheese. So what you got out of Who Moved My Cheese, you can expect that in The 1 Minute Salesperson. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to share today. I'll be probably posting a video like this once a week, just sharing things that I've learned over the years or these light bulb moments that I have. I'm sharing that as well. And if there's something that you heard in this video that helps you out, or if there's something that you could add to what I've said, please feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I would love to hear and see what it is that, what you liked about the video, the information that you may have. I'm always learning, ever evolving as a fashion designer, and just as the market is, right? All right, so I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Again, make sure you subscribe so that way you can see all uploaded videos that are to come. All right, so happy sewing, and remember, there is greatness in you. No limits, no boundaries. We can create whatever we will. If it's in our mind, we can create it in our hands, and it will be tangibly visible. All right, so I'll see y'all in the next video.